Welcome back, guys, to another week of Akau TV, where the sun is finally shining here in Matamata. Been a long time coming. Before I get to a big weekend here in New Zealand, we'll touch base after last week. It was a pretty quiet weekend up here in the north. However, Hunter and his team down the south obviously kept the flag flying with a nice win with Kura's a ring down there. She's been a real consistent filly that's going to progress hopefully to the Guineas next month. Also, Court of Appeal is a pretty dominant win down there at Ashburn as well. She's all roads heading towards the Metropolitan and also hopefully on to the New Zealand Cup, also in Cup Week. After that, we'll head over to Matamata tomorrow. Obviously, races got called off the other week with substantial rain. So we said the one runner, my lips are sealed in the Matamata Cup. Touched base on this the other week. The track will still be a bit wet there, but she'll love that. Ready to fire. George Rook on top, so hopefully a nice bold showing and should be pretty competitive in another even field. So we have a handful of runners at Ellerslie Group 1 day on Saturday. Starting off in race number 5, we've got 2 horses in there. We'll start with Carsolio. Opie Bossum will take the ride there. Drawn nicely. So again, he won well there first up this prep. So we'll look to be positive in that ride and show a nice account of himself after that close up second there a few weeks ago on the Cambridge Synthetic. Also we have Charm Rose resuming. This is a horse that we've got lots of time for. We've had a few sort of issues in the gates, but we've managed to sort that out. So she usually pings the lids quite well. Drawn nicely in barrier 2 with Sage Jurek, 3 kilo claimer, our apprentice from Melbourne, Australia. So she should be nice and positive, should be there handy enough, and hopefully should be a really good chance. So 2 really nice chances in that race. Moving on to race number 6, we just had the one horse Hakkinen. This horse we've been looking to run a few times previously, but just with wide draws and wet tracks, we've had to scratch him, but really excited to see him kicking off his campaign. He had a very successful 3-year-old prep, obviously contesting in the Derby there on Champions Day. So the horse, he's been working really well, had some nice trials leading into this. So Sam McNabb will take the ride. Drawn a little bit sticky there. So leave it up to him to see how we go, but as a horse that will definitely appreciate this run. So we'll move along to the first feature race of the day, the Group 3 Soliloquy Stakes. Queen's Evidence will be a runner in this race with again Opie on top. Drawn well, she really pleased us with that first up run there. Fought well for a placing there. A little bit of a unlucky run, just never got in last start. So again, good barrier, so look to be positive there. Obviously you've got those couple of really nice fillies that look to be the benchmark, so you can sneak a couple of lengths on them, then hopefully you should really be fighting out their finish. So a horse that we've got lots of time for, so hopefully she can put her best foot forward and be really competitive in that race. We'll move along to the feature race of the day, the Group 1 Livermore Classic. We've got this girl behind us, Quintessa, hoping to win her second Group 1 of the season. Look, it's been a bit of a unconventional sort of build up to this, again with the wet tracks that she just really doesn't like. We obviously scratched her from that middle day. So we took her down to the Awapuni trials there last week. Opie went down to ride her as well to give her a really good hit out in preparation for this race. So we're really happy with how she's coming on. Fitness should be peaking. So unfortunately got that outside barrier again, but she proved obviously in that first Group 1 that her sectionals that she reeled off in that race were in second to none. So again, we'll leave that probably into Opie's hands where he sits in the running, but if she can sort of show similar sort of progress to what she did in that first up run, then she should be really competitive again in a pretty even field. There's probably a good sort of 5 or 6 winning chances in that race. So we'll move along to the last race of the day, where we have the 2 runners entered in here, the mile. We'll start with Balance of Power. Had his resuming run here on the LSE track here a few weeks ago. Sam McNabb will take the ride again from a nice barrier, which will be positive. So sticking at the mile again, so again he'll be looking to get over a bit further distance, but from this gate we should be nice and positive and should show a good account of himself. Our other runner in this race is War of Succession with Opie Boston on top. A really strong, pleasing first up run there at LSE a few weeks ago. So again, drawn nicely in barrier 5. So hopefully just sort of posy up around midfield, switch off. Another horse that's probably looking for a bit further. But if he can sort of show what he did last start, then he should be really competitive over the mile and hopefully put his best foot forward. And we can't forget about South Island Stable, just the 1 runner there on Sunday at Ashburton. Race 7, the 65 1200. We've caught the lead. Horse that's coming back from its ricket and synthetic form. Drawn very awkward there in barrier 12. So we'll just sort of see how that plays out and leave it in Kylie's hands, how she rides that. But a horse that will sort of benefit from this run and look to see her competitive once we get some of those better barriers. So really exciting weekend coming up, obviously highlighted by the Group 1 Livermore with Contessa in. As for a best bet, it's looking at the market, it's all some pretty even fields. So I'll look to go Queen's Evidence in the soliloquy. Have her each way. I think her first up run was really pleasing, just got no luck last start, and Opie's been really happy with how she's been working this past week. So nice barrier, should get a lovely run in transit. So nice each way bet for the punters there. Good luck, and we'll throw it over to Ben with a feature in the Group 1 Caulfield Guineas over there in the weekend.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's version of Te Aka TV from across the ditch. Ben, we've got a really exciting weekend ahead.
We do. Hey guys, we've got Caulfield Cup Week, which also known as 1,000 Guineas Week to us, given this girl here will be running in the Group 1 1,000 Guineas. So Chateau Ez is our guest, and we're very, very pleased with her heading into Saturday's race. John Cavalieri Fairway Thoroughbreds own this filly, so we're very excited to have a Group 1 runner for them with our first horse for them. So we're going to have 5 runners on Saturday, 4 at Caulfield and 1 at Bendigo. So it's shaping as a really exciting day. We're going to kick the day off with McWoody in the Caulfield Classic, so one of the Derby lead-up races. He's a horse for great owner and Ricky McDonald that won on debut for us over a mile. He's Alabama Express out of a street cry mare, so he's going to eat up getting out to 2,000 metres. So albeit he is 20 to 1 in the market, we think he's going to really outrun his price. He's trialled very well last week, and his gallop on Tuesday morning was really pleasing. So we think he'll outrun his price. And then we've got Future Frankie for Aussie Kia in the next race, which is the Ethereal, so one of the lead-ups to the Oaks. A little bit of a deep end throughout the stumps from us, but this filly rattled home at Cranbourne last Friday night. She sort of sat at the back and only got worn late. It was sort of almost like a trial for her. So we thought she's going to eat up 2,000 metres. We put in a nomination, the field came up, nothing spectacular, and she's bred to stay. So she drew barrier 2. She'll get a lovely soft run, and we're hoping that she runs out of her skin again. She's a tough little filly, nothing pretty about her, but she's got a great attitude and will to hopefully win. And then we have Gigi's Miss Truth, who will kick off for the stable for the family from Tasmania. So thrilled to get the opportunity to train for Elizabeth Beard and her family. And she's in the Caulfield Sprint, so we're hopeful that she outruns her price. She's 20 or 30 to 1. She tried really well, and we put visors on her for the first time. We're just hoping to see her settle back in the field and flash home. So we think she'll outrun her price as well. She looks great. She's done everything really well since coming over to us. And then we get to the 1,000 Guineas, where this filly is hopefully going to she'll sit at the back. We drew a bad barrier, unfortunately, barrier 11, but we'll ride her cold and if they go at a genuine enough tempo, she's certainly going to have the last crack at them, and she's got a good turn of foot, she's got a really good will to win, and we're certainly hopeful that she outruns her price as well.
Yep, and Bendigo Sky Sister.
Yep, we've got so both our horses for Ricky McDonald and her partners race on Saturday. So Sky Sister heads up to Bendigo, where she'll be second up for us. She's drawn barrier 2. Got Luke Cartwright in the saddle, claiming 1.5, and she won second up last preparation. We've had her cherry ripe for this race, so 1300 metres she'll love, and she should be hard to beat, given she's going to get a lovely run in transit. So not sure what the market is, but we're very happy with her, and it'll be nice to get a double in those colours for the day. So hopefully we can do that for Ricky.